theater where the venue is your mind. In Mind Dream Theater, who knows what you will find? An epic, a mystery, a vision, a dream. Mind Dream Theater.
In tonight's dream, In This World by Caridad Svich.
We don't know each other. How could we know each other? Everyone that has ever lived here have been strangers to one another. I look out, I see people. They see me, occasionally. Sometimes we wave at each other, but it's a kind of ignorant wave. Or should I say, indifferent. The world is riddled with indifference. The world is steeped in blood. So much blood in the soil. From centuries upon centuries, we will never get rid of it. Someone I used to know used to say,
"Our hands will always be unclean."
I don't know if I look at it that way, but I understand the feeling, this sense of uncleanness, this inability to shed the darkness, and it is a darkness, darker than many of us have ever known. Sometimes I want to cry out,
"Fuck the darkness,"
as if the universe will hear me. Sometimes I do this shouting alone, here, in this place, underneath the sky itself. Sometimes the people that wave at me occasionally do not like my shouting. They do not like my cursing. They think saying
"fuck"
is the equivalent of murder. I know that sounds extreme, but that's how it feels when they murmur under their woolly clothes.
Look at them saying such an awful word.
But the thing is, I don't think it's awful, because it's just a word. And sometimes it's a very good word to express feelings. I have a lot of feelings. Too many of them inside the body. Sometimes I have so many feelings I don't know what to do with them. That's why I shout, occasionally. Get the feelings out.
Send them somewhere else.
Pitch them onto that yard over there. Maybe some good will come of it. Maybe a tree. It's said people gave up on trees a long time ago because they stopped growing. Or should I say, someone came through and cut them all down.
Clear the earth.
What kind of kindling did they need so many trees for? What were they doing?
Friends said it was
For the graves. I didn't know what they meant. Not then. I didn't look out as much then. I was always running. Going this way and that. Making a show of doing things. It's what some people used to call
productivity.
What an awful word. Is it for all? But I don't like to think of it like that, because when it breaks down, when it's breaking like it is now, it just feels like you're stuck in the repair shop, and no one has the parts. Sometimes I think I'm on the shelf, waiting for some old piece of machinery to fit inside me, except they don't make it anymore. So they have to go hunting for it, way out in the outer recesses of God knows where. They say
It'll take years.
They say
They may never find the parts.
They say
Be patient.
I look out at where the trees used to be. I say
Fuck.
so the whole world can hear me.
Tonight.
The waves. The sea. The roaring quiet. The sound of the breeze. There was a pattern to the illness, but we kept going because it's all we knew. At a certain point, you get used to disease. The ground is porous. I look at the trees at where they used to be. I make a joke about the old days when we pretended everything was fine. For some of us, it was a useful pretense. We managed, barely. We said our prayers. I don't think we believed them, but we made a show of it. We lifted our hands, we tugged at our clothes, put our hands to our hearts, gestures of repentance. All born innocent after all.
It is important to believe this, or else
We would never do anything. You could say it was fear. We were swaddled in it. We knew its contours, we held its shapes.
We've been living with it for so long that we know nothing else.
Sometimes I'd even go to parties back when there were parties. And I'd tell everyone we should all be ready for days when fear would leave us and we'd just be enthralled to violence. People would look at me and say,
You're being morose. That's such a morose thing to say.
but I knew, even if I didn't want to know, that in time that's where we would find ourselves. I think when I knew things were changing, really changing, was when that woman stood in front of the police, daring them to shoot. There was a whole line of them with their gear on, performing their authority. They knew how to do that. They knew how to do that. We were watching her from across the way, marveling at her brazenness. My friend said,
They're not shooting her because she's white.
I said to them,
She isn't white. She's not white at all. She just looks white from this angle. But up close, if you knew her, you'd know she wasn't white.
my friend said,
You always justify things.
but I was just telling the truth. People don't want to hear the truth sometimes. After a while, it was just
Dark.
the whole world was.
it's like a movie, like one of those movies where people forage for things and sleep in the dark. I loved it, right?
But I didn't have track shoes. I need good track shoes to make a run for it.
So I waited
Like others did.
until it was all over.
We don't know each other. How could we know each other? Everyone that has ever lived here have been strangers to one another. I look out. I see people.
Thanks for listening. This has been a production of Mind Dream Theater. Good night.